I love to think that we lure people in with like, yeah, it's sick beats and it's fun and yeah, but like black and brown solidarity. Yeah, it's cool, but like the world is falling apart outside. We need to stand together. Yeah, great, but we need to choose each other every day. So yeah, I love that we get to do that as artists. We get to just make the dopest thing possible, but it can also be a profound thing.
That's the way we live with it. Oh my dear Lord, give us a free to stay a video without the air like, oh my dear Lord, have mercy on the proud. Go ahead and stare at us. We are two bodies in America. We bleed the same blood of this country and stories were shared with each other. Oh, time to pump the books, but all it took was deep diving into a sad imagination of true examination of a nation's early troubles. It's from the wreck and bubble we came out the other side, sickly side. When you're living in this country, it's do or die.
Hello, I'm Richard Ridge for Broadway World. Up next for Audible Theater, in association with P3 Productions, is the New York premiere of the critically acclaimed new musical Mexodus. And we drop by Sound of Brazil to meet the company and bring you a sneak peek.
Till the glory of the Father is displayed, just wait in the water, wait in the water, children, wait in the water. God's gonna trouble the water, wait in the water, wait in the water, children, wait in the water. God's gonna trouble the water. I made it here, so now what? I can't swim, I never learned how, but I gotta figure out how to get across today. I probably should have put some thought into this on the way. Yo, I need a bush with a ram in it, or I need the Rio Grande to have a dam in it. I'm damned if I can't cross, cause I'm certain there's a search party waiting to take me back to the continent.
So Mexodus tells the story about the Underground Railroad that led south into Mexico. It's also a story about black and brown solidarity that mirrors Nygel and Brian's path towards becoming friends. You know, they met in 2020 for the first time, and then the world shut down, and then they chose to write this musical together. And so, you know, along the journey of the development of the piece, it's been about like their journey as friends and collaborators, but then also the story that takes place in 1851 of characters that they've created of Henry and Carlos, and these two men who meet under, you know, multiple circumstances, and help each other find their way to a kind of freedom and a kind of liberation that they're both looking for, which feels like it's mirroring the kind of moment that we're looking for right now.
I mean, listen, when I first heard about the Underground Railroad that led south, I was completely mind blown, and then immediately like, oh my God, how did the American school system fail me? You know, like it's such an incredibly rich part of history that I think actually highlights a great moment of black and brown solidarity. And so to me, I'm not only excited about sharing a piece of untold history, but also doing it in a way that I think is accessible and also looks at it with the lens of 2025.
I don't think I understand all of what's happening, and I want to keep it that way. But I can't sleep well at night, and I'm like, why are you not sleeping, Nygel? And oh, you're really excited. It just means a lot to have been here in New York. I moved here like 10 years ago, and like pounding pavement and like trying and nothing really working. And like, you know, Brian and I are misfits, and like we both like we could work, but like only little parts of ourselves would be shown. So to make something that's so us, and we get to come back to the mecca of musical theater and show New York who we think we are, instead of what New York thinks we are. Yep. So it's just really amazing to come here and do this show here. And also, we're trying to tell you something important. We're trying to like spread a message. So it's just nice to come back, you know, as an artist and like, oh, all of this. And then also like, we're saying something important at the same time. So it makes it doubly important.
But this is so unique because it's looping. You play everything every night and you set all the instruments and the vocals.
Yeah, I listen. Live looping every single day and playing every single instrument, kind of like a childhood dream of mine. Ever since I first started, like, playing guitar or playing piano, like all of these little knickknacks of being your own little producer. I think, when you're a little kid, you're just like, how can I make the biggest sound with the smallest amount? Like just me. I don't have anybody else to play with, and so it's quite lovely actually to take music production and do it live. It's like a tightrope act. I mean, it every single night is slightly different because of that, and I love the spontaneity of it.
I think a story like this, a story of our history that I didn't know about growing up, I didn't know about until they told me. I was like, oh, it makes so much sense, right? But I didn't know. And so being able to, we've done it in Baltimore, in DC, in Berkeley, now we're in New York, and these are incredible markets to be able to bring this story. But it feels ever more important right now to be able to uplift this story in as wide of a platform. And so being able to, we'll record it for Audible and release it sometime next year and be able to have it accessible as a piece of history and a piece of sort of theatrical history to share with the world is just an amazing thing.
Mi nombre es Enrique. I feel it in the air. It's a new day and a free day. I'm no longer a slave to the...
I hope people realize that we all eat rice, beans, and chicken. We just cook it different ways. We're all the same thing, and especially people of color. We're all under the same foot of American capitalism and expansionism and imperialism. So the side effects are all the same. So what I think the powers that be want to do is be like, no, different, so we can infight. But instead, no, yeah, we are different, but it doesn't matter. I choose you, you choose me, and we're both trying to beat this thing. So let's put all of that aside and figure out how to get through this. Then we can figure out our stuff. But we've got to get through this first.
Mi nombre